Key difference between free and open source software. We can list out the major differences between the free and open source software as follows. Source code liberty of open source software is greater than free software. In open source software, any person can see, study and modify the source code. Open source software are easily customizable than free software due to permission of freely use of source code. Training lectures and tutorials in form of videos and PDF files are widely available for free software, but there is no professional support for open source software. Free software latest version are available with the change in technology and requirement, and one can changes the new version with existing version easily by simple updating its existing version. While open source software updates are not available regularly. Restrictions regarding modifying and sharing of free software are less than open source software. It is necessary for developer to include all changes made by him in source code and make available to other users. Open source software are reliable than free software. Moreover, they do not contain any harmful object or virus. Most free software are full of bugs that can be harmful for your computer. With all the excitement, many people are actually confusing open source software with two other models of free software with potentially serious consequences. Here, we'll try to clear it up. Technical and developmental differences between open source software and proprietary software. Releasing the object code without the source code is one of the major characteristics of proprietary software as compared to the OSs. This is one of the major technical difference between the two. Much number of arrangements can be made between the vendor and customer in dealing with proprietary software. For example, the user might be permitted to see the source code and make changes, but not to distribute those changes to others, thereby reserving the right of the proprietor. Whereas OSs, on the other hand, propagates the releasing of the source code in the public domain in order to work upon it and make the changes available to others, thereby removing any sort of restrictions upon its usage. As defined by Richard Stallman, that free software is not free until the source code is not included with the object code. Furthermore, the usability of OSs is often criticized as it is not usually reviewed by the experts and therefore does not cater to the majority of users. Due to the lack of technical expertise, the ability to fix errors become comparatively lesser as compared to the proprietary software. The developments made in the software in case of OSs are made by the users themselves. They are the innovators as well as the users therefore, and question of ill target is completely removed. Whereas on the other hand, in case of proprietary software, the developers are not users and therefore are not aware of which functionality is required to be improved first and therefore is usually ill targeted. Therefore, developments added to open source software are considerably more efficient for a given level of adoption than for proprietary software. Open source software and proprietary software are highly different from each other on various grounds such as technical, developmental, security, cost, innovation, etc. The difference in the two also lies in the form of licenses and not only source code.